This page was created to teach Black history. Unfortunately, the American educational system was designed to exclude our real historical account, so we are here to dismantle it. It's time to enlighten those of us who have been kept in the dark. I am a Black man who didn't know enough about my own history, so I began to dig deeper and do my own research. Black history is American history, so I want people of all races and cultures to join together to learn our history as one. Here, I will share all of my findings. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe to Teaching Black History. The story of Carter G. Woodson. Carter Woodson was born in New Canton, Virginia, on December 19, 1875, the son of former slave Anna Eliza Riddle and James Henry Woodson. His parents were both illiterate, and his father, who had helped the Union soldiers during the Civil War, supported the family as a carpenter and farmer. The Woodson family were extremely poor, but proud as both his parents told him that it was the happiest day of their lives when they became free. Woodson was often unable to attend primary school regularly so as to help out on the farm. Nonetheless, through self-instruction, he was able to master most school subjects. At the age of 17, Woodson followed his brother with hopes to attend the brand new secondary school of Black people, Douglas High School. However, Woodson, forced to work as a coal miner, was able to devote only minimal time each year to his schooling. In 1895, the 20-year-old Woodson finally entered Douglas High School full-time and received his diploma in 1897. Woodson later attended the University of Chicago, where member of the first Black professional fraternity, Sigma Phi Psi, and a member of Omega Psi Phi. He completed his PhD in history at Harvard University in 1912, where he was the second African American after W.E.B. Du Bois to earn a doctorate. After earning the doctorate degree, he continued teaching in public schools, as no university was willing to hire him, ultimately becoming the principal of the all-Black Armstrong Manual Training School in Washington, D.C. He later joined the faculty at Howard University as a professor and served there as dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Woodson felt that the American Historical Association had no interest in Black history, noting that although he was a dues-paying member of the American Historical Association, he was not allowed to attend American Historical Association conferences. Woodson became convinced that he had no future in the white-dominated historical profession, and to work as a Black historian would require creating an institutional structure that would make it possible for Black scholars to study history. He was awarded an A.B. and A.M. in 1908. He was convinced that the role of his own people in American history and in the history of other cultures was being ignored and misrepresented among scholars. Woodson realized the need for research into the neglected past of African Americans. Along with 4 other men, he founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History on September 9, 1915 in Chicago. Woodson described the purpose of the ASNLH as a scientific study of the neglected aspects of Negro life and history by training a new generation of Black people in historical research and methodology, believing that history belonged to everybody, not just the historians. Woodson believed that education and increasing social and professional contacts among Black and white people could reduce racism, and he promoted the organized study of African American history, partly for that purpose. He would later promote the first Negro History Week in Washington, D.C. in 1926, forerunner of Black History Month. Woodson was an outspoken detractor of the Christian church. In 1933, he wrote in The Miseducation of the Negro that the ritualistic churches into which these Negroes have gone do not touch the masses, and they show no promising future for racial development. Such institutions are controlled by those who offer the Negroes only limited opportunity, and then sometimes on the condition that they be segregated in the court of Gentiles outside of the temple of Jehovah. Woodson died suddenly from a heart attack in the office within his home in the Shaw, Washington, D.C. neighborhood on April 3rd, 1950, at the age of 74.